A single well-timed charge can be enough to shift the entire confrontation. Even dangerous opponents can become targets when the right opportunity appears. Every hunt is a contest of strength, instinct, and the ability to make a precise move. A mistake may last only a split second, but it can be enough to determine the outcome. What makes even dangerous predators cautious around the jaguar? The jaguar is the largest native big cat in the Americas and is a top predator in many of the ecosystems it inhabits. What sets the jaguar apart is not only its size, but also its exceptionally powerful bite relative to its body size. Its strong jaws allow it to overpower a wide range of prey, including animals with tough protective coverings, through powerful, well-placed bites. In the Pantanal wetlands, where rivers and flooded forests intertwine, caimans are among the most formidable predators in the region's waterways and marshes. Their armored skin, quick reflexes, and advantage in the water make them challenging prey. But jaguars are strong swimmers, so the water does not completely prevent them from approaching their prey. What sets the jaguar apart is not only its ability to ambush on land, but also its adaptation to aquatic environments. It swims well, moves almost silently, and patiently conceals itself among riverside vegetation before approaching its prey. The moment of attack is swift and decisive. The jaguar quickly closes the distance, secures the prey, and makes a decisive move. If the struggle continues for too long in the water, the risk to the jaguar increases, making the initial attempt to gain control especially important. The jaguar's strength allows it to secure the prey in a favorable position, limiting its ability to turn or resist. Its ability to apply a powerful bite in a well-positioned area helps the jaguar handle even prey with strong protective coverings. This hunt shows that the jaguar does not rely on endurance, but on precision. Surprise, powerful jaws, and the ability to make the right move at the right moment are the keys that help it gain an advantage over dangerous opponents. Across the flooded grasslands and riverbanks of South America, capybaras live in groups and usually remain alert while feeding. As the world's largest rodents, they typically forage together and rarely move far from the water. At the first sign of danger, the group quickly heads into the river, where strong swimming ability helps them escape most land predators. But with a jaguar, the water is not always a safe boundary. Jaguars are excellent swimmers and can use rivers and lakes as part of their hunting strategy. Against a strong swimmer like the jaguar, entering the water does not always guarantee safety. The jaguar patiently approaches in silence, using riverside grass and low vegetation to conceal its body. Only when the distance is close enough does it suddenly accelerate. Even if the capybara reaches the water in time, the hunt is not necessarily over. The jaguar can continue swimming after it, reducing the prey's advantage in the water. What makes the jaguar effective is not a prolonged pursuit, but its ability to gain control very quickly. It uses its strength and powerful jaws to secure the prey before the distance can widen. This hunt shows that the jaguar can continue applying pressure as its prey moves from the shore into the water. Its ability to operate both on land and in the water expands its hunting opportunities. Across the rivers and wetlands of the Amazon, jaguars and anacondas are both major predators in South America's aquatic environments. On one side is the most powerful big cat in the Americas, and on the other is a massive constricting predator. When these two species encounter each other, it is no longer an ordinary hunt, but a confrontation between two very different survival strategies. What makes the anaconda dangerous is its ability to gain control with powerful coils. If it manages to wrap around an opponent, the anaconda can use its strong body to restrict movement. For this reason, approaching a large anaconda always carries significant risk. The jaguar often tries to approach the head while avoiding allowing the snake's body to coil around it. The jaguar's advantage lies in the speed of its moves and its ability to bring the confrontation to a quick end. If it gets close enough, the jaguar can gain control of the front of the snake to limit its movement. The longer the struggle continues, the greater the risk of becoming caught in the anaconda's powerful coils. This confrontation reflects the differences between two top predators. The anaconda relies on patience and constricting strength, while the jaguar uses surprise, power, and precision to gain the advantage. The outcome depends on which species can use its advantage first. An encounter between a jaguar and an anaconda shows that in the wild, success depends not only on strength, but also on knowing how to make the most of one's natural advantages. Across the forests and wetlands of South America, jaguars are largely solitary. Each male typically maintains a large home range and marks areas it regularly uses, where food sources, familiar travel routes, and opportunities to encounter females during the breeding season can be found. For this reason, territory is more than just an area of land. It also plays an important role in survival and reproductive success. When another male moves deep into an area already being used, the chance of a confrontation increases significantly. The moment two jaguars come face to face, the entire wetland seems to fall silent. They lower their bodies, flatten their ears, and keep their eyes fixed on each other. Deep growls serve as a final warning before the confrontation begins. The two jaguars charge toward each other, exchanging powerful swipes and looking for an opportunity to gain control of the opponent. A single moment of lost balance can shift the advantage to the opponent. Even the dominant individual can face physical risks after the confrontation. The less dominant jaguar may be forced to leave the area, while the one that gains the advantage can still experience lasting physical effects that may influence its ability to survive. Conflict between male jaguars shows that maintaining dominance requires not only the strength to secure territory, but also the ability to defend it against future challengers. In the dense forests of South America, peccaries are pig-like hoofed mammals that often travel in groups. When threatened, several individuals may gather together, defend themselves with bites, and apply pressure on a predator. This can make even many large predators approach with caution. Confronting the entire group directly would put the jaguar at considerable risk. Instead of charging straight into the group, the jaguar often waits for one individual to move out of formation. An animal that falls behind or becomes separated from the group becomes a more accessible target. That is when the jaguar makes its move. Rather than engaging in a prolonged chase, it accelerates toward the isolated individual before it can return to the group. This hunt shows that the jaguar often avoids confronting the entire group directly and focuses on an isolated individual. It gains the advantage through patience, careful observation, and making a precise move at exactly the right moment. Along the rivers of South America, jaguars often hold the advantage over many solitary prey animals. Yet there is one species that even this top predator approaches with caution. That species is the giant otter, which typically lives and moves in family groups. When a jaguar quietly approaches the water's edge in search of prey, an encounter with a family of giant otters can immediately change the situation. In some encounters, the entire group surfaces, makes loud calls, and turns toward the predator together. What makes the jaguar cautious is not the strength of any single individual, but the group's ability to coordinate. If one member is in danger, the others can gather together, give warning calls, and apply pressure on the predator. For a solitary predator, this can be a high-risk confrontation. Even so, the jaguar patiently waits for an opportunity. If an individual otter becomes separated from the group or moves into a vulnerable position, the jaguar may take advantage of the opportunity to make its move. But that window is very brief. The group's collective response can create enough pressure to make the jaguar reconsider whether to continue or abandon the hunt. This confrontation shows that even a top predator does not always gain the advantage. In South America's river ecosystems, coordinated group defense can sometimes be enough to drive back a large predator. After every confrontation, the jaguar's ability to adapt is tested in a different way. The lasting effects of each encounter reveal the cost of survival. In the wild, every advantage gained can come at a price. The jaguar maintains its position not only through strength, but also through patience, adaptability, and well-timed moves. If you enjoy these wild journeys, don't forget to like and subscribe to keep following along.